And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is Nightmare on Scam Street with another little flight for you. I said I would do a flight around India. I'm going to do a flight towards Mumbai. So I've picked an airport that's reasonably close. It's only about 40 minutes flight. So we've just started taxiing. And as you know, I tend not to use the cheats, but I'm using the taxi cheats for when I land and when I take off. It's much easier than spending time poring over maps. So if you've not seen my content before, then about 2 or 3 years ago I did a number of stories on scammers, people who were really the dregs of society. And
NOS 5 November Oscar Sierra 5, continue taxi.
Roger, NOS 5,
then things
November
happened
Oscar,
and I
Sierra
dropped
5.
out of the circuit a bit, and I'm coming back on now, but my priorities have changed a bit. I've got some good videos in line for some of the miscreants that I spoke about before. JA has started up his antics again, and he's now once again helping people think that they need to give him money and things like that. So we are coming up to the hold point for the runway. What we'll need to do is wait here
Tower NOS 5, November Oscar,
until
Sierra
my
5, ready for IFR departure runway 28.
AI co-pilot asks for takeoff clearance, which has just happened. So
Cleared for takeoff runway 28, NOS 5, November Oscar, Sierra 5.
So we've got takeoff clearance, which means we can move. So what I'm running here is the Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. The plane I'm using is a bespoke plane. It's based on the Fenix Fenix A320. Now the A320 is one of the most popular aircraft around, and Fenix have done an absolutely amazing job on making it look real. I think all the buttons work, everything seems to be okay. Now we're supposed to be on 280. I think we're going the wrong way here. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, the lines were trying to kill us, I think. So that's the direction we want to go, unless we'll just do a quick turnaround on the runway. It was trying to get us to go to the end of the runway to a turnaround point, so we'll just believe it for a minute.
SpiceJet 5, 26 wind 249er at 24. Cleared to land runway 28.
Yeah, there is a bit of runway left, so we'll just get onto the runway
Cleared to
and turn
land runway
around.
28 SpiceJet 5, 26.
My setup just now makes it very awkward for me to reach all my controls. The tiller that I use for turning is directly underneath my microphone just now, which isn't a great idea. Now I know we've got plenty of spare runway space, so I'm just going to line up
Allied
here.
89er 014 miles east inbound ILS runway 28 approach.
That one that's coming in is probably going to get told to go around.
67 wind 249er at 24. Cleared ILS runway 28 approach.
I have no idea why the tower is giving me instructions in
Cleared ILS
European,
runway 28 approach.
in US inches, that is. Right, so we're ready to go. So let's get all the rubbish off the screen. We've got takeoff clearance, so we're going to go up to half power. until we're stabilised. It's always a ding. Up to flex. These are different power settings. Climb setting is about half power. That's used mainly to while the aircraft is in cruise or climbing gently up to height. If you wanted to get out of a dangerous situation, you go straight up to TOGA, which is take off, go around power.
Going around SpiceJet 526.
Yeah, that's the other aircraft that was near
SpiceJet
me.
526 contact approach on 121 decimal tree.
So let's get concentrating in on the instrument. So we need to get our power back down to climb level. You'll see that says thrust to climb. We are climbing up to 10,000 feet.
Going to
We'll
132.7
probably get the
knots,
autopilot
5
on now
November Oscar,
and
Sierra
have a
5.
chat.
Mumbai Center, NOS 5 November
No,
Oscar, Sierra
we're not
5
tied
is passing
enough yet.
4,100
Gotta
feet,
get the
climbing
flight director
10,000 feet.
lined up nicely.
NOS 5 November Oscar, Sierra 5 Mumbai, Center QNH 29.67, continue to Delgap as planned. Climb and maintain 6,000 feet, expect ILS runway 28 approach via
Just making small
D115 wide
inputs
transition,
to the
clear to
controls.
D115 wide Italy
Almost
6058.
jogging them a little bit, in fact. Get our gear on out of the way now, should have done that straight away. Get rid of the flaps that we had on. Sometimes the autopilot will come on really quickly, sometimes it takes longer. I guess it depends what the plane's up to at the time. So we're getting a bit out of control at the moment. No problem. I like to get into autopilot as quickly as I can because that gives me time to sort out all the other things I need to do.
Italy 6058 contact approach on 121 decimal tree. Good day.
Making tiny movements.
Going to 121 decimal tree, Italy 6058. NOS 5 November Oscar, Sierra 5 climb and maintain 12,000 feet.
Climb
Sure,
and maintain
height.
12,000 feet, NOS 5 November Oscar, Sierra 5.
Oh, right, what it's telling me now is I've got two different
Descend
settings.
and maintain
Just like
9,700
that.
feet. Expect ILS runway 28 approach via
Throttle
D298
levers
and
move,
transition.
can't be inclined
Clear to
anymore.
D298N.
So we should be able to get the autopilot to connect now once we're getting close to settings.
Descend and maintain 6,300 feet. Expect ILS runway 28 approach via D298 and transition. Clear to D298 and Italy 522.
not set up to do a fully manual flight. It's pretty tricky to do that the way I've got things set just now. And that's mainly because I've got everything set up on a very small desk. Aha! The autopilot engaged at last. Now let's get round to getting into some of these noises. That one disappeared, so we can tell our passengers that they can take their seatbelts off and we're not doing any crazy maneuvers anymore. Got a strobe on, all our lights are on. Gears are, flaps are set to 0. We are climbing to standard speed.
Italy 6379er is passing 9,100 feet, descending 3,800 feet.
So right now,
Italy
on our flight
6379er
plan,
Mumbai, center QNH to 9.67, continue
we're
to 119
near
feet as
OGAP.
planned.
We should be going up to 120 soon. The only problem is when you're messing about, you tend to miss important instructions if you haven't got the radio, the ATC box open. Chances are at this checkpoint here, OGAP, you're going to need to go up to a higher speed. You need to go up to flight level 120, which is 12,000 feet. The next video I'm going to do tomorrow isn't a flight. I'm going to tell you how I set up the McDo, the MCDU, with SimBrief. SimBrief is a flight planning piece of software that's free. It does a lot of the calculations you need to do a flight. The only problem I found with it is it doesn't have any finesse about it. It'll get you from one runway to another runway, but it tends to take you from the centre of the runway rather than the end of it. And you have to put in these things called SIDs and stars after you've done SimBrief. Now, a SID is a standard instrument departure, and it tells the plane or tells the flight controller once you've left the runway which way you're going to go, because clearly you can't just turn sharp left at the end of the runway. Now, I'm expecting a call to go up to 12,000 feet in a second. Now we're at that waypoint. The normal way of looking at the route that you're taking is called arc, which gives you a more rounded view of the whole route. And there we go.
Oscar Sierra